Hey everybody, Cade Laufenberg Fishing here on YouTube. Today we have a very special video for you. I'm going frog fishing on the Mississippi River. The water is falling, it's finally come down, it's been high all spring into this summer, and you know, the grass, everything's been way behind. But finally things are getting right and the fish are setting up, and we're going to have a really good day today. Definitely going to be some big fish coming in the boat, and they're going to be choking a Spro Bronzeye 65. So stay tuned, you don't want to miss this one. One of the biggest keys today for success, I had a short outing, just about 4 hours on the river. I just had to get out there and cover a lot of water. I didn't know exactly where these fish were going to be, and basically I put the trolling motor on high and just went covering water. Started out with a swim jig, a little Carolina rig action, and it was pretty apparent that that was not happening because I hadn't had a bite in the first hour of fishing. I was going along with the trolling motor and stumbled into this area where there was some clean water pulling out. Basically there was a couple of different backwater lakes up above it, and then all of that stuff was kind of funneling down onto this one little grassy point right on the edge of some pretty hard current. And I noticed, I kind of actually got right up on top of it, and I noticed, holy cow, there's really clean water pulling out of this grass here. And it's super shallow up in the weeds, like literally 8 to 10 inches of water. But I saw fish waking, and I've seen it before, and I knew right then I need to back up because it's about to happen. I throw my frog up there, and there's like 3 different fish trying to wake at it just like that, and the biggest one in the school got it on the first cast. It was a 487 largemouth. Biggest fish I've caught in quite a while here, especially on the Mississippi River, but you know, it's always good to get a near 5-pound bite, especially in the post spawn on a frog. And from there, you know, it just kind of snowballed. I let that little spot rest while I kind of, you know, took a breather, got the fish weighed and released, kind of gathered my wits a little bit, and then I got back in there, and of course it was on. I caught multiple fish in the 2.5 to 2 3/4 pound range, with a couple pushing 3 pounds. From there, you know, the day kind of just progressed. I was going along and just looking for other areas like that. What it had to be was the base of, basically the mouth of a backwater lake, where it meets back up into some surrounding channels that are bringing in that current. That's the big key. These fish that are migrating, they're wanting to get to their summer locations, they're going to follow that current. So they come out of those bays and get on the edge of the current. Now the key, I had to have a little bit of what I call deer tongue grass. It's kind of a real hard vegetation. It doesn't really stick to your bait. You can pop off of it pretty good, but it does mat on the surface. And that's one of my favorite types of grass to fish in the summer on the Mississippi River, especially when you've got duckweed. Now this week we don't have any duckweed on the Mississippi River. Like I said, that vegetation growth is just a bit behind for the time that we're in right now, but the fish were still using that deer tongue. So if I could find a place where there was clean water pulling out of the deer tongue, super shallow, I got bit. And I just ran out of time, but I was able to duplicate that on 2 or 3 other little places. Another good one. Oh my God, we're gonna catch a bag right here, son. We're gonna catch a bag. 3-pounder. 2 3/4. go-to frogging setup for the last 3 years has been a Daiwa Steez AGS rod. It's a 7'9" extra heavy. And what I really like about this rod is it's super lightweight, super comfortable in the palm of my hand, and basically it's just got a lot of power. I'm all about those big hook sets and just reaping those fish out of heavy cover, getting them in the boat, and I've just found that with this rod it's got the right tip, the right backbone. I don't lose a lot of fish and I get them in the boat most of the time. You know, if I'm fishing a popping frog, I go to like a 7.4, that Ish Monroe Tatula Elite rod, but this rod is my overall frogging workhorse on the Mississippi River. New this year, I've got the Tatula 200 HS. I use a 7.3 gear ratio reel. I've tried the 8.1s, and I'll tell you, it's just not for me. I know a lot of guys go to that high-speed reel for frogging. I like the really high-speed reels for Carolina rigs and stuff like that, where I want to pick up a lot of line in open water. But I found that I lose a little bit of power when I go to that 8.1. So I stick with the 7.3, and this 200 size Tatula has been awesome because of the size of the spool. I can really take up a lot of line fast, and you know, it's got a really big handle on it. So I don't feel like I'm losing any ground on those fish once I get them hooked. And you'll see that here in the video as I just put them right in the boat, and you know, they're not coming unbuttoned. It's overall just been an awesome setup for me. Check it out. Make sure you get yourself one of these and you'll be doing some serious frogging. Rig it up with 60-pound Sunline FX 2 braid and you'll be going to work on the Mississippi River.
That's a freaking mega. Oh my god. That's a 5 almost, 4.5. It's a pile of them right here. I'm speechless right now. I'm gonna let that area settle down. It's about to go down. Yes! Oh, look at how he choked that Spro. Look at that. Oh my god. I'm jacked up right now.
All in all, it was a really good day. The river's in great shape. It's really awesome that it's finally come back down into that, you know, it's within the banks. That's about all we can ask for at this point. This whole year, it's been over the banks, flowing through the trees, and that's just kind of the worst case scenario for trying to learn the Mississippi River and trying to catch them multiple different ways. When it's that high, you're really confined into what you can do. So thankful that the river's come down, thankful that the fish are chewing, and I can't wait to get back out there and show you guys some more. Hope you guys will follow along. Make sure to hit subscribe and follow me on social media, Cade Laufenberg Fishing.
That hurt. Spro frog to the shin.